crafty friends, it's Robin from Raincross Farms Makery. Come on in. We've got something fun for you tonight. We're going to have a dueling club month project. So say hello when you get here and type it in the comments and let me get my keyword ready to be accepted. We're on a little bit later than usual. That's because we've been trying to get our stuff together. You know how that goes. So come on in, say hello, get comfortable, get yourself a refreshing beverage. And it is National Coffee Day. Did you celebrate National Coffee Day? Okay, I think that's it. The keyword tonight is club because we are going to be doing two projects using 2 months of club. It's almost the end of September, so there's a couple days left, well, one full day left of the September club design, and then we roll over to the new one for October. I'm going to show you that tonight. So, hi, Wanda. Welcome, welcome. And again, the keyword is club. That will get you entered into Sunday night's drawing, and it will also get you some information on club in case you are interested. Hi, let's say thanks for sprinkling, Wanda. Hi, Jackie. Good morning. Good middle of the night to you, Jackie. Hey, Chris. Hey, Melanie. Who else? Anyway. Okay. Let's get started. Okay, we have done September's club a couple of times. This is September's club. It's called Words Matter. And let me back up. What our club is our DIY monthly subscription program. So if you are a member of club, for $21.99 a month, you get basically a craft kit come to your mailbox every month. And this is September's. So if you signed up today or tomorrow, you would get you'd start out with September's design. And it comes with this design. It comes with 3 paste packets. September's are these colors, camel, shimmer rose gold, and pesto. And it also comes with a coordinating surface. So this scroll work is really a cutout that fits the words matter. So you can use that. You can see I haven't used it yet. I'm not going to use it tonight either. But let me show you some of the projects we have done with September. 3:20 a.m. Oh my goodness. Okay, so here was the first time.
Nancy is on.
Oh, hi,
YouTube.
Nancy on YouTube.
And she said club, but I told her to click the link at the top.
Okay,
But
good.
We'll get you in.
If not, let us know. Okay, so here is the first time we did it. We did it with the different club colors. We did it on the front of glass, and so it kind of makes a little shadow effect. So this was the one we did in colors, and then we also did just a very simple one. White on black, same thing. So we're going to do this one more time, and we're going to put it on a t-shirt. That's one of the great things about this is that you get the transfer and you can use it multiple times because they're reusable. So we are going to actually use this on a t-shirt tonight. Are you interested in seeing what October's club design looks like? Give me some hearts if you are. You're interested in seeing October's design because we're going to do 2 t-shirts and see which one you like the best. You're pointing, Bill, but I don't see anything.
Over on the right side.
Mm.
Good chat on the right side. So Nancy wants to know how's it.
Oh, hi, Nancy.
Wants to know how is the sweet kitty?
The sweet kitty. We think we may have misnamed him. We named him Rocky. We think we need to name him Kato. If you have watched the Pink Panther movies, you know that Peter Sellos.
Right, yeah.
whatever. But the Pink Panther would go back to his apartment, and Kato lived there. And Kato's job, he was like this ninja. Kato's job was to jump out and scare him and help keep his defenses sharp or whatever. That's what this cat does. Our house isn't really brightly lit, and he is a black cat, so we can't see him when he's poking around. And we walk around, and he comes jumping out, and he's got all his paws every which way, and so he's kind of our little ninja cat. We should have named him Kato, but we're going to stick with Rocky. Okay. What was I going to do? Okay. Okay, I see some hearts, so you want to see October's. It is super pretty. Okay. Hold it up close so you can see it. It's got a lot of possibilities. It says, forever thankful, always grateful, abundantly blessed. And you can see in that center part, there's some line drawings of pumpkins and fall leaves and acorns. Perfect for autumn. The accessory that comes with it this month is kind of simple. It's just this oval that you could chalk this inside design on there and give your project a little bit of depth, or just chalk it on separately. Anyway, so this is the surface that comes with it. This is the design, and the colors I don't have available in paste packets to show you, but these are the colors it comes with. It comes with Cadet Blue, which is our beautiful royal blue, Bark, which is our deep brown, and Shimmer Copper. So it's very pretty. Of course, you can use any colors you want, but these are the ones that will come with October's Club. Let me set those aside. Oh, and also you get, the first time you sign up, you get a free mini squeegee. And let me see, what else? Also, if you sign up today or tomorrow, I have a special going for anybody who signs up for Club. You get a special gift from me that I cannot disclose on my business page, but basically it's a surface that you can use. It's reusable, that you can chalk your designs on month after month. That goes away tomorrow. Also, a very special deal if you sign up, and this I can tell you about because this comes from corporate. Anybody who signs up to be a club member between now and October 15th gets a free mystery packet of 12 retired, we call them our mini transfers. That doesn't mean they're little transfers, but they kind of are. This is a sample of minis. So it's a B-size transfer, but it comes with 12 little mini designs. So you get lots and lots of designs. And we have a bunch of these that are retired, and they're putting together a pack of 12, which is like almost a $200 value. You get that free when you sign up for Club between now and October 15th. So great. Let me show you some of the retired. They're the retired ones. So let me show you some of these. This one is Celebration Minis. I do not know what is included in the packet. This is Celebration Minis. This one is Happy Easter Minis. One is called Snarky Empowerment Minis. And a cute little snarky saying, no pants zone, not today, Satan. This is You Got This Minis. So these are encouraging type sayings. This one is Fall Minis. Again, these are all retired. So any of these could be in that pack of 12, that mystery pack. Here is Jingle All the Way Minis. So some Christmas ones. Here's another one. This is just Christmas minis. So 12 of these. So basically you're getting 144 little mini designs. This is Lake Time Beach Vibes minis. So they have them all season. And then these are just since I started. There's a whole lot more. Let's see. I've already shown you Christmas minis. This is French Country minis. These are Shine Bright minis. This is Goal Digger, not gold, Goal Digger minis. This one is locally grown, kind of a country. This is Celebration minis. Here is All Hallows Eve minis. Best Gift Ever minis. And I don't know if I said Jingle All the Way minis. I don't know if I said that one already. Okay. So lots, there's a whole bunch of different transfers. So you will get a mystery pack. You don't get to choose them. You get a mystery pack of 12 of these if you sign up for club. So let's get crafting. If you have any questions about that, type them in the comments and I will try to get to them. Sign you up, Wanda. Well, if you would like to sign up, there is a, when you type in club, you get a message to your messenger. Click on product info and then click on, I think it's called, what did I call it? Club special. I don't remember. Let me see what I called it. Club special. Click on that and that will take you to a way you can sign up. Or you can, I don't know if I have it in there. Try, I don't know if I set it up. Try exclamation point club. Somebody try that and tell me if it works. Exclamation point club. I don't remember if I set it up or not. Exclamation point club, no spaces. See if that gives you the link. Okay.
Sonda, try exiting out of Facebook and coming back in, if that helps.
Okay. What? Oh, I keep freezing. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, luckily you haven't missed a lot except salesy stuff. Let's get to crafting, right? Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is I've got some t-shirts. I purposely didn't do matching ones, but I have this one. I have this forest green one I thought would look pretty. I haven't completely decided which one I'm going to do which. And this one is a like a baseball shirt. It's kind of a ivory and olive green sleeves, raglan sleeves. So I thought I'm going to use these two. This one, I'm pretty sure I got at Walmart. Most of my t-shirts I get at Walmart when they are like $1 or $2. This one I know I got from, I think I got this from Jiffy Shirts, which is an online company that we order from when we do big orders. I'm going to use ink. I can't use our regular paste because this is not permanent. So I'm going to want this to be permanent. So I'm going to be using our ink, which is our permanent option. And we now have ink in the little individual packets. Not all the colors, only like 9 of the colors. But I think I threw in the cart link, I think I threw in a selection of different colors of ink, which is our permanent. That's not ink, that's paste. Anyway, so we're going to be using ink tonight. And to do this, what I need is something that's going to hold this in place. So I'm going to use my ink mat, and this one I just got brand new. Let me show you what I do with them for t-shirts. I like to use this size. We sell these in 2 sizes. We sell this is, let me see, how big is this? This is 11 by 23. We also sell an 18 by 18, which works great like for the big pillowcases. But this is our 11 by 23. I don't need all of this to go into a shirt because my design is only going to be like that far. So I always take these and cut them in half. So let me get my ruler. And let's see, where is half? Half of 23 is 11 and a half, correct? So that would be about right there. 11 and a half. 11 and a half. And I'm just going to take my rotary cutter. And I'm going to cut this whole sheet in half. Now this is plenty to use one of our transfers and in our t-shirts. So that's my little hint to you. You don't have to do that. And then it comes with this little plastic protector. Keep that. Yes. You're raising your hand.
You had a couple people come on later. Karen came on and Cheryl came on.
Okay. Hi, Karen. Hi, Cheryl.
But those are the ones that have commented. But about the iClub, the exclamation.
Oh, exclamation point club. Did it work for anybody?
It did.
It did. Okay, good. So you can do that. You can do that. And I'm sorry?
Tell them what it is one more time.
Okay, the exclamation point club is what club is or what the exclamation point?
Yeah.
Exclamation point club is just a Facebook thing that I have pre-programmed. It will send you directly the link to sign up for club or whatever link I put in there. It may have been my little blurb first and then the club link. So that's what that is. Okay, how much is the mat? Oh, don't recall. I don't remember. Let me look it up real quick. I have my prices. I think it's like under $20. I don't remember off the top. If you look at the cart link, it will tell you in there. Okay, so let's see. Let's do Words Matter first. Because that was September. This is what's current. And set that aside. And I think I'm going to do this on the olive green or I don't know what color this is. Bright green? Not bright green. It's not Kelly green. What is this?
Forest green.
Forest green. Mr. T-shirt man knows his colors. And I have tape stuck to my sock.
What?
I have tape stuck to my sock. Okay, here's my hack. I turn this inside out. Otherwise, it's a beast dealing with this ink mat. Inside out. I'm going to take this off, hang on to this. Don't let it get dirty or grungy because you need it to protect this. Okay. And I'm going to lay this down right centered as best as I can. Push it down. Now I'm going to turn this whole thing inside out again, or right side out, with that attached. Now what this ink mat will do, it will keep my fabric in place because it's sticky. It's like a Cricut mat. If you have a Cricut or if you're familiar with that, it's just a sticky plastic mat. You could use a Cricut mat. If you don't have one of these and don't want one, you could just do it with cardboard and kind of tape it in place. But this works really well. So I've got that centered. Because it's sticky, it's holding my fabric smooth. I don't have wrinkles. Well, my fabric doesn't have wrinkles. And I've got my design. And I do not need to fuzz this because I'm putting it down on fabric. And I do want it to stick really well. Now, what is the rule? 3 fingers?
3 fingers from the bottom of the ribbing on the neck.
Okay. So for a round neck, Mr. Bill says for an adult shirt, you want 3 fingers below the ribbing. If it's a V-neck, you want to take that into consideration.
Yeah, and that depends on
how deep the V
covering.
is.
Yeah.
How deep the V. Basically, you don't want your design right here, if you know what I mean. You want it up.
That was something I had to teach my high schoolers.
Yes. Yes, which was a very touchy subject, but once you get it, you get it.
Kitty's
Okay.
doing great, Chris.
Yes, Kitty is great. He had his doctor's appointment. He got through his shots just fine. He had to do a little blood test. He's just fine. She said he's in perfect health. Okay, so I'm going to use Shimmer Gold. So instead of my ink packets, I'm going to use my ink jars. So I'm going to use Shimmer Gold, and I'm going to use Meadow for the greenery. And for the flowers, I'm going to use Papaya, which is a pretty fall orange color. So these are the ones I'm going to use. If you don't want to buy the entire jar of this orange, you can always get ink in yellow and red, and these are like $3 a packet. Mix them together, make your own orange. But there is a wider variety of colors in the jars. Okay, so let's get going on this. Now, one thing about ink, it doesn't dry as fast, so I don't have to do a lot of paste and peel. And I'm going to get out my multi-tool, because that will help me get in some tight spaces. And I'm just going to kind of work one color at a time. I think I'll do one color at a time, but I'm kind of work top to bottom. That way I'm not putting my hand in something that's already been inked, if that makes sense. So I've got some flowers. I'm going to use my multi-tool, which is just a thinner squeegee. And this works just the same as paste. And we just have to heat set it. I'm going to show you how that works. I'm going to do orange, flowers. So I should be able to get this whole thing done and not have to pull up the screen at all, like I have to do with. Now, when you're doing inking on fabric, I do recommend that you don't go back and forth, left and right, top to bottom. You pick one direction, because you really don't want to have this bleed. You want it to stay in that transfer and not bleed out underneath. And you can kind of do that if you push too hard or if you go in too many different directions. Okay, I think that's the top flower. So I'm going to stop there. I'm going to clean this off, and I'm going to switch over to my. Now I have to be careful with the ink, because if I get this, I'm going to be really taking care of keeping my fingers clean. I do not pre-wash the t-shirts first. I do not. And when they're heat set, this ink is permanent. And I just wash it. I don't have to do any special washing. It's just whatever you would wash that fabric in. Washing, drying. I don't have to do anything special to it after I've heat set it. I have never had I've never had them peel off or anything. There really isn't anything to peel, because it actually bonds it into the fabric. So it's not like a sticker. I don't know if you've ever gotten a t-shirt and it's the design is almost like a sticker that is stuck on the top of that fabric. Oh, you know what? I just missed a big old flower. Oh well.
You did what?
I just missed a big old flower, and I just did it green. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to stop, and I'm going to probably go over it again maybe after it dries. Oops. That's the one thing about ink, is I can't go back and scrape it off. before I heat set it, it isn't set, but it will stain. So I now have a green flower, so I think my only option will be to kind of let that dry and then go over it again with the orange. I don't know why, that's just a ginormous flower. I didn't see, probably because I'm tired. Another ginormous flower that I'm not going to do in green.
Is ginormous the technical term?
Ginormous is the technical term.
Okay, just wanted to make sure.
Okay, I'm going to clean that off again. I'm going to go back to that orange flower. This one. That in guava. Did I say guava? Papaya. Papaya. Okay. And then I'm going to switch to my shimmer gold for these words.
I could use a big blade for the word.
I could, but
You already got the little one
I
going.
already got it going. Actually, there's a couple of little tight spots here. I'm going to make sure I get to. And that is my easy press beeping at you. So how many on here have used ink before? Have used our ink before? Or I guess any kind of ink before? Or is this something new to you? I know it's kind of intimidating to people, but it really isn't. It's a little scary if you're trying to make sure you do it perfect and don't make any mistakes, but once you get over that fear, it really is not. I'm trying to keep my gold out of my green, but that's okay if it does mix a little bit. I'm going to do these words down here. Again, I'm trying to kind of go in one direction, or at least not in multiple directions. If that makes sense. And I kind of use a light hand when I do this. I don't push too hard. Again, I don't want to push that ink past the transfer to where it bleeds. And making sure I'm getting coverage. Sorry, I'm quiet. You've never used ink. I knew that's why you're hesitating. Well, that's okay. You might not want ink to be your very first project. You might want to practice with the paste. I just chalked over some more greenery. I need to just stop and pay attention. Can't say it's because I'm trying to talk and chalk at the same time. Our greenery will have a little bit of gold in it down there. Quick check that I have it everywhere. Okay, that looks good. I am going to do some more gold, but I'm going to stop right there and get some more so I don't smear anything. And I'm going to go back to my papaya. And I'm going to attempt to get all of the flowers this time. Okay, that's a flower. Those are flowers. That's a big flower. And I'm going to go over this. See if I can get a little bit of flower to go in there. Okay. Here's little flowers. Big flower. Little flowers.
I haven't been paying attention. I got a text message I had to take care of. Let's see here. Let me back up here a little bit. Come here, Duke. Where are you at? Come on. There you go, buddy. Let's see. I had to back up there. Brenda says she never used ink. Wanda says that's why I'm hesitating. Patty says, hi, Patty Lynn. She says hello. And Stacey is here. She's never used ink.
Okay, so this is something new for everybody.
And Sue Ingle said club, so she got her response. And she said, thank you so much for the Happy Mail. Can't wait to try it out.
You are welcome. Okay, I think I have all the flowers in the papaya. And I'm going to get a new baby wipe. I'm going to switch back to my pesto and get the greenery. I missed a spot up there.
Yeah, Wanda said she didn't realize that there was a difference between, I hope these come with instructions. Get your instructions.
Actually the club doesn't necessarily come with instructions, but there's always a video that you can get off of the website that shows how it's done. And I try to do the club design 2 or 3 times, different ways. So you can always just kind of look at one of those, either catch it live or catch a replay. So you can not so much have written instructions, but you can have a video you can follow how to do it. And you can always reach out to me. I'm happy to help you.
And Tracy
So
says hi.
Kind of a little bit of paint by numbers. Hey, Tracy. Thanks so much for joining us. Popping in. So if you are just joining us, we're going to do 2 t-shirts tonight. Hopefully it's not going to be a super long night, but we're going to do 2 t-shirts tonight using each of each of the current club transfers. So right now I'm using the September club. So if you really like this design, the only way you can get it is to join club before the end of September. So tonight or tomorrow. And then we are going to be doing another t-shirt with October's club design. And if you wait until October, then you will only get October's design. Know what I'm saying? Does that make any sense? Okay, do I have all the green? Oops. Over in gold, I'm going to see if I can kind of salvage that. I'm going over it in green right now. Okay, and then I'm going to do this last little bit in gold. Words matter, so speak kind words to yourself. And of course, others.
Let's see. Yes, Cheryl, we are having cooler weather here. It's lovely.
Yes,
We're
very
having
much.
rain right now.
The leaves are starting to change.
Jackie says she loves it. It's so versatile that you can do all these things.
Yes, and
Jessie. Hi,
if you've followed me for any time, you have seen you can also use these transfers with burn paste, with etching cream, all kinds of things. Okay, I'm just making sure that is solidly gold. Solid gold. Okay, so I've got that done. I'm going to close these up because I don't want to get ink anywhere else on the shirt because again, it will stay there. It may not be permanent, but it will stain and I won't be able to wash it out. Okay, get rid of that. I'm checking my fingers to make sure I don't have any ink, and I'm going to just put that off. Oh, and you know what? My W, I'm going to do one little thing. My W is kind of messed up. So before I completely lift this,
Thank you, Terry.
I'm going to put a little bit more paste down on that W. Much better. Okay. And I'm going to put this aside so I don't get anything on there. I'm putting this on a dish drying mat that I get from the Dollar Tree. And I'm going to move it away from there. I'm going to spray it with water just to keep that ink damp before I clean it. And then I'm going to show you this.
Jackie wanted to know, is there like a certain amount of ink for a guide, like not too much or not too thin, not too thick, whatever?
You can kind of see as you're chalking, you can kind of see if it's really, really thick. You do want it solidly in there. The thing is you don't want to push hard. So here is our design. This is September's club. So if you love this, you need to get in on this before tomorrow night and get signed up. And then don't forget, all new club members who sign up before September get a special gift from me. Its value is, I think it's $10 value. And if a benefit from the company, all new club members get 12 of our B-sized mini transfers. It's a mystery pack. Now, I'm going to, before I go to chalk it, before I go to heat set it, I want to make sure this is dry. Ideally, I would let this sit overnight till it was really dry, but we don't have that much time, and I want to show you how to heat set this. So I'm just going to go over this with my dryer. That it's dry, because you have a chance of smearing when you heat set it if it's not completely. So right, it does not wash off once you have heat set it. The t-shirt. What do you think about that?
Carrie had asked if it washes out.
Yes. No, it does not. I should have worn a t-shirt that I've done. Let's let this air dry a bit, and I'll come back to it, and we'll end up heat setting both of them at the same time. So I'm just going to set this aside for right now, and we're going to get our other t-shirt and our other design. So again, this is ink mat. This is half of one. I cut the long one in half, and my trick here is turn it inside out. Otherwise, you're trying to wrestle with fabric and sticky plastic, and this just works. So this is inside out. I've got it smoothed out. I'm going to take this, and remember, I'm going to save this plastic protector because I'm going to put it back on here, and I'm going to, again, roughly 3 fingers down from the bottom of the ribbing on an adult shirt, because you don't want it way high up here, and you don't want it down in this area. You don't want the bulk of the design to be, it depends on how far down your area has fallen. Never mind. Okay, so push that down. Now I'm going to go in again, and I'm going to pull it right side out with that stuck on there. And it's honestly a whole lot easier to do it that way. Sleeves.
When I tell you that, it's actually the top of the design needs to be there.
The top of the design.
And sometimes if you have a really thin, like swirly thing or whatever,
It can go up.
you can go up even higher.
Yeah, the bulk of the design needs to be. Yeah. Okay, so here is October's design. Forever thankful, always grateful, abundantly blessed.
I like this design, by the way. I think it's a classy look. It's something that'll be around.
I have one that it's similar to this. It's the one they came out with. In fact, I think it was probably the October club transfer last year. There. I can kind of center it, or I can just kind of eyeball it. I think that is.
Maria, no, it does not. Jackie says she's at the age that most things have gone south.
Okay, now picking colors. That's the hard part. You think that gold will stand out for the words, or shall I?
Which gold?
There's only one gold in ink. Or should I do black, or should I do brown?
With that, put those next to the green up by either one of those are going to look nice.
I'm just afraid that won't show enough.
And those are going to look good.
You know what I think I'm going to do? I think I'm going to do a hot mess in the middle. What do you think? Hot mess in the middle? Even with ink? Okay, so I push that
Wait to
down.
see if people type in hot mess or no.
Okay.
Hot mess or no. Somebody type it in. We got love hearts coming on. Getting thumbs
Does
up.
the t-
So
yeah, no,
apparently
the
you
t-shirt
guys like hot mess.
does
Somebody
not
type
have-
it in.
The t-shirt does not have to be a special kind of fabric. It's not like sublimation where it has to be 100% polyester. Any kind of fabric. Now, I will say, if you use some really delicate fabrics, you're going to want to kind of fine tune your heat setting. And we'll talk about that in a little bit. Okay, so I'm seeing some hot mess. Okay, but I don't want the hot mess in the word. I am afraid, I love the gold, but I'm afraid it won't pop. So I will use gold in the middle part, but I'm going to do our bark for this outside letters. So let's do the hot mess first. Hot mess is basically, you take the colors and you kind of swirl them together. Sounds difficult, but it isn't. Okay. I'm actually not going to use this orange because I'm going to use the yellow, the bumblebee, and the candy apple. And when they combine, they will make their own orange. Make sense? So I'm going to do...
Hi, Liz. Thank you for the stars.
I'm going to do these three colors and gold. And those are going to be... Will that... I don't know that will pop. That yellow? Well, I'm going to need it to make orange. Let me see what other colors I can throw in here.
You got lots of.
Okay. I
lots
don't
of
think I want teal.
mess, and Liz says go for it.
Okay.
Karen said hot mess because I want to see how you do that.
Okay.
Thanks
Maybe I will use current jam.
Thanks for the stars, Liz.
Oh, thank you. Okay, I'm going to throw in some current jam, which is kind of a purpley. My inks everywhere. Okay, and gold. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to open these all up. I'm going to try to keep them away from the fabric because again, I don't want to get any blurbs on there. Blurbs, blobs. Okay, and I'm going to use my little stir sticks, and I'm going to start with some of the red. So I just put a little bit on here, and I'm just.
By the way, Karen, I just sent out a mass email. I don't know if you're available Sunday, but.
And I'm just putting little smears of it here and there. Not too much. Now I'm going to do some of the yellow. So again, I'm going to especially do the yellow and the red up on that pumpkin. And let's do some of the meadow.
The trees are starting to turn color, Liz.
You know what? I'm not going to depend on that red and yellow. I'm going to go ahead and add orange. Now you want to go easier with your darker colors because they will tend to overtake your design. And I'm going to put in a little bit of this bark. Again, this is a darker color, so I don't want to put too much. don't want it to overtake the design. And then I'm going to try to do a lot of my shimmer gold. Just putting, can you see what I'm doing?
They can on YouTube easily.
Oh, are you overhead?
Yeah.
Thing, if you're watching on Facebook and you can't see it super well, you can always go back to, you can follow us, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and you can watch the replay on YouTube because we're using different cameras for YouTube. So he does some overhead shots. So you might see things from a different perspective if you watch the replay on YouTube.
Okay, Kathy was asking a question. What are the colors that come with the October kit and what extra goodies come with it?
Okay, just a moment. The colors that come with it are in packets, but I don't have these colors in packets handy. It comes with Cadet Blue, Bark, this deep brown, and Shimmer Copper. So that's the colors that come with October. It's a pretty autumn palette. I'm kind of taken with the blue, but if you go to craft stores and home decor stores, you'll see these colors. And the little accompanying piece is a oval that's the same size as that inside there. Okay. Now, before I do that, I'm going to clean off my hands, and I'm going to get my small squeegee, and I'm just going to kind of sway around. I'm not going to try to mix these colors. I just want them to kind of blend into the design, blend into each other, but not mix with each other, if that makes sense. So I try not to go over it too many times because that will tend to mix them all together. And I do want the colors to kind of be separate. Okay, making sure I've got all the outside border. And if you look at it, it looks like a hot mess. But when I pull this off, you'll go, ooh. Yes, you have to. Okay, I think I've got everything covered. And this, I'm not going to be able to put back in a jar because it's a whole mix of those colors. So I'm just tossing that. Okay, so I have that done. I'm not going to pull it up yet because I'm going to go over it I'm going to do the words in the brown.
So if you guys haven't
Or the
typed in
bark.
the keyword yet, the keyword is club. Make sure you
Keyword
type
is
it in.
club because these are both club designs. The only way you can get either of these designs is by being a club member or a designer. Also, the company is having the same special for the 12 mystery mini pack for anyone who becomes a designer. So if anybody's interested in that, I'm not gonna take the time here to explain all that, but if anybody's interested in becoming a designer, they have that same deal with the mini mystery pack. Plus you get 40% off all of your orders. So if you want to know more about that, hit me up, send me a message. I'll be glad to chat with you about that. And that outside circle. And make sure I've got all of those letters.
And I don't know if you said it or not, but you normally can go longer using ink.
Ink takes a lot longer to dry. So if you've seen me do chalking and you've seen me do a little bit and then stop and pull up the transfer and then do a little more, I don't have to do that with ink because it takes longer for the ink to dry. I get a little more working time with the ink. Okay, so I think, one more time, I want to make sure I have that solid. Okay, and again, I don't want any of this to get on my project, so I'm going to clean these up, move them out of the way. So I don't drip any ink on the project. I just clean up all of this stuff just with water. Put the lids on them so they don't dry out. And you know what? I'll tell you, this ink lasts forever. The paste, sometimes it dries out. Every once in a while, if you wait too long, you're going to end up having to dump some paste because it just dries up and it's just really hard to salvage. Ink, I have never had dry out. These are from when I very first started, like 3 years ago, and they are still perfectly ready to use. Okay, I'm getting everything off my hands, and I'm going to peel this up, and I'm going to check as I'm peeling to make sure. I see a little section here that could be a little bit more solid. Yeah, maybe it was my imagination. Oh, okay, right there. So pretty. Okay, can't wait to show it to you. Let me get another drying mat. So I'm going to put this down. I'm going to completely move it away so I don't get any of that on it. We will do a couple other projects with the October. I've got some ideas in mind, especially using this in the middle. But here, let me show you this. Try to get it up without getting anything. Look at that. Do you see the hot mess? All the different colors in those leaves and the pumpkin. I could have done them all individually, different colors, but this is a whole lot faster. Okay. So again, ideally, I would let this dry overnight so it was really, really dry, because before I heat press it, I want this to be dry. I'm just going to cheat, and I'm going to use my little dryer. Dry this up.
It says cool. Karen says, ooh. He says, tissue. Jackson says, love it. Says, love it. And you got lots of
I love it too. I'm going to wear this tomorrow. We're going to a festival. A local community up here has the Harvest Festival where they feature lots of like homestead. They do weaving. They do spinning yarn. They'll do a milking demonstration. They'll do a apple cider pressing demonstration. They have lots of really good food. So we're going to that tomorrow. I think I'm going to wear this. How many compliments I get on it. Okay. Still feels a little tacky. You can kind of tell if you gently touch it. If it feels a little tacky, it's not dry yet.
Karen, it's up in Erie.
If you want, we can send you the flyer.
I'll take it right now.
Bill is going to send you the flyer.
By the way, Karen,
It's free.
I sent an email to the whole Teen and Kids group. We need a sub for Sunday. So if you're available, Karen, no screws for you, but
What's her name? Can't do it?
that's perfect.
Oh. Is do we still have our sub for Savannah? No, we have Oh. Jill was going to do it for Savannah.
Not this month. Next month.
Okay. Okay. But at this point we're not sure Savannah needs a sub.
Right.
She's holding
She's
steady.
still not really.
One of our Sunday school teachers is like 9 months pregnant.
She's due Monday, I think.
Okay. But it's her first. I don't know if it's true, but I have heard your first ones usually come later rather than early. I don't know. 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. Okay. So that feels pretty dry. And let me pull this one back up, see how it's feeling, because we're going to do, I'm going to get this just a little bit.
Karen said she replied to the email already.
Okay.
She told me to take a hike. No, she didn't.
Feeling pretty good. Okay, now I am going to heat set this with my Easy Press, Cricut Easy Press. You don't need one of these. If you want to buy one, go ahead and buy yourself one. But you don't have to have this machine to heat set these. You can do it with just with a regular household iron. So this is the other thing that the ink mat is good for, is it keeps it from bleeding through to the back. So you can, I don't know if you can kind of see, there's some of the ink did bleed through the front. This keeps it from bleeding through all the way to the back. So we want that out because we don't want to heat press those. You will ruin them. And let's take this one out of here.
Okay, Karen, I just updated your email address. I'll have to give it to Robin now.
Okay.
Karen says that's pretty.
Get these off to the side. So we've got this. And what I'm going to do is I could do this on an ironing board, but I'm going to use my pressing mat. This is from Cricut, but you could use, I'm sure there's other brands. You could use your ironing board. You could just do a bunch of towels. And I'm just putting this down to protect my surface here. Putting it down, making sure I don't have any wrinkles underneath. And then I'm going to cover this with parchment paper, not wax paper, but parchment paper. Or if you have it, you could use like a Teflon sheet if you do t-shirt type things already. So this is going to protect my iron. So I'm just going to lay this down. This will protect my iron from the ink in case it's not completely dry. I don't want to get the ink stuck on the bottom of my heat press. So this is my heat press. And I set this at 350 degrees and I put it down for 30 seconds. Now, I'll tell you in a minute how to do it with a household iron. So I'm just going to take this 350, go. I don't need to add pressure. I don't need to move it. I just set it there for 30 seconds. Household iron, you want to, no steam, so don't put any water in it. You want to set it at a medium-high heat, not screaming hot. And again, you'll use the parchment paper. And instead of the 350 for 30 seconds, you're going to go for about 4 minutes and you're going to keep that iron moving. Okay, so that's 30 seconds. It didn't get on that, so I'm going to do this again. So household iron, medium high, about 4 minutes, and you keep it moving. The reason you keep it moving is household irons are meant to be with steam. And so if you look at that bottom plate, it's got holes in it for the steam to come out. If you don't move that iron, it's going to press in those holes. It's going to make indentations and you'll never get them out. And then you'll have these funky little circles on your t-shirt. So household iron, keep it moving for about 4 minutes. Now I'm going to check and see if this is heat set. I'm going to let it cool off just for a second because I'm going to touch it. And if it all feels tacky or sticky, it's not quite heat set. But once it's cool enough to touch, you just go over it and it does not feel tacky or sticky at all. So that is heat set. Simple as that. If at all possible, like with a t-shirt, you're going to want to turn it inside out and do the same thing to the back. Because that ink, you want to make sure that ink is set completely through, not just the top layer. So again, 350, 30 seconds on the back also. You have everything. Well, I didn't start out with everything. It was piece by piece. Piece by piece. And I try to show you how you can do it without the fancy stuff because not everybody has fancy stuff. But I would hope everybody has an iron. Maybe not these days. But you can always pick up an iron like at a thrift store. Usually they're a couple dollars and they might not work super duper well, but for crafting, they'd be fine. So same thing, 350, 30 seconds, front and back. Now I talked about fabrics. If you were to use a really delicate fabric, you might not want 350 and you might not want 30 seconds. So you may push it down to like 300 degrees or set your iron to medium. And you might want to do it for 15 seconds and stop because you don't want to scorch your fabric. But I know t-shirt material can withstand 350 at 30 seconds, no problem. I have seen some issues with canvas, like if you do tote bags or some of our canvas pillow covers, you can kind of scorch them at 350 at 30 seconds. So you might want to lighten up the heat. There we go. We think. I like it. Okay, so let's do this other one. And we will have to vote which one is our favorite. Again, lay it down. Still a little tacky, so I'm going to be very careful. If the ink were really, really wet, it would probably stick to the back of this. It's likely I could smear it. So I really want to make sure that's as dry as I can get it. And once I put this down, I want to kind of keep it in place there. Okay, so 350, 30 seconds, same thing. And again, you don't have to apply heat. Like if you've ever done Cricut stuff with heat press vinyl or whatever, and you have to apply pressure. You don't need pressure. You just need heat. Now the ink, you can use it on things other than fabric. You can use it on glass. You can use it on ceramic. Now you don't heat set those with an iron. Those you put in the oven. So that's a whole other process, but you can heat set two different ways. You can heat set with an iron or you can heat set in the oven. I wouldn't put the t-shirt in the oven. But anything that can withstand like coffee mugs or glass mugs, glass containers, anything that you can put in the oven for an hour, you can heat set on. Okay. Again, I'm going to wait till the steam settles until I can touch it so that I can see if falling asleep. Sorry, I'm boring you, Brenda. Watch the replay.
It's late.
I know it is. We went on late. Okay, so I'm feeling it. That's a little hot. It is not tacky or sticky at all. So it is heat set. Again, I'm going to pull it inside out. I'm going to do the same thing to the back. So you can do this. You don't have to do these on t-shirts. You can do them on tea towels. You can do it on baby onesies. You can do it on tote bags. You can do it on garden flags. Possibility. Okay, oven temperature for glass. Let me see. You start with a cold oven. You put your project in a cold oven and you turn it on to 350 degrees. Let it warm up to 350 degrees, then start a timer for 45 minutes. And don't touch your project in there. So cold oven up to 350 degrees. Once it's at 350 degrees, leave it in there for 45 minutes. Don't take it out yet. Turn off the oven and let the oven completely cool down, and then you can take it out. So
You typically do it overnight.
it's almost like an overnight process. You know, an hour before bedtime, you're starting it, and then you just leave that oven in there. Leave it in the oven let the oven cool down overnight, and in the morning it is heat set. Okay, so we did 2 t-shirts. October Club and September Club and October Club. Oh, yes, it is very early. The sun is just about to rise for Jackie. Okay, so this is September Club, Words Matter. And here is October Club. Forever thankful, always grateful, abundantly blessed. Got a wrinkle there. So 2 projects, 2 different clubs. I told you about the club deals. If you're interested in it, type in !club, no spaces, and you'll get the link to your messenger. And I think that's about it. If you're interested in the other supplies that I used tonight, when you type club, you'll get a set of links. Click on the one that says product info, and then click on the one that says today's supplies, and you can get a cart link of all of the other different supplies that I've used tonight. So thanks so much. If you have any questions, let me know. If I don't see them right now, I will go back and I will look. And thanks for hanging out with us late night crafting with Raincross Farms Makery. And tell me which one you like the best. Before you go, tell me which one you like the best. September, October. And I'm gonna post these tomorrow. We'll have a vote for them on our line on our business page tomorrow too. So thanks for watching. Thanks for sticking with us. Follow us if you aren't already, and do something creative every day and just have fun. And we will see you later. Bye-bye.